never. I told Tank. Tank know what's up. You know what I mean? He know what he up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn. You know what I mean? He want to fight these guys that everybody in the world know they ain't gonna give him no fight. They not mentally.
After Keyshawn Davis's dominant performance against Dennis Baroni, it was only a matter of time before the boxing world started buzzing. However, the loudest voice in the conversation has been Terence Crawford, a close friend and mentor to Davis. Recently, Crawford took to X, calling out Gervonta Davis without hesitation. He urged Tank to stop avoiding tough competition and step up to fight both Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis.
Hey Shakur, like I was telling Bud, it's either you or Keyshawn's gonna get tanked, so the walls are closing in. So awesome.
It's gonna be him though.
It makes sense. He's closer.
Big brother first.
It's no secret that Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis are close with Terence Crawford. So many fans see this as Crawford trying to push Gervonta Davis into these fights by hitting him where it hurts, his pride. However, this call-out feels more like Crawford playing the role of a promoter rather than issuing a genuine challenge. While Keyshawn is undoubtedly talented, he's nowhere near Tank's radar for a reason. He hasn't exactly been setting the boxing world on fire. His performances against Miguel Madueño and Nahir Albright were underwhelming, to say the least. And then there's the elephant in the room, Andy Cruz.
I was fighting before I had gloves on, you know what I'm saying? And, I've been in the ring with Tank twice already, sparring him, you know what I'm saying? And, if he wasn't the top dog and somebody else was the top dog, I'd be calling that person out. But since he's the top dog, I'm calling you out because I know I can whoop you.
Andy Cruz dominated Keyshawn Davis in the amateurs, beating him 4 times and embarrassing him at the 2020 Olympics. If Davis couldn't handle the guy who made him look like an amateur, why would Tank even entertain the idea of fighting him? Gervonta Davis has no reason to be anyone's charity fight just to help boost Crawford's gym mate. If Crawford truly wants Keyshawn to become a star, he should push him to settle his unfinished business with Cruz first. Until then, Keyshawn doesn't belong in the same conversation as Tank.
I would love to fight the face of boxing in the 135 division. I would love to fight light skin, but I just don't. You know who it is. I just think he don't got the balls to fight me. Our characters like.
What seems to be fueling Crawford's public shots at Gervonta Davis are Tank's recent comments on Tank had already taken a jab at Crawford, saying, "You'll really think Crawford is chasing greatness? He's not. That's what he has to do to make decent money." Tank's words hit Crawford right where it stings, the heart of his supposed legacy. Crawford has been pushing the narrative that his move up 2 weight divisions to fight Canelo Alvarez is all about legacy and greatness, but Tank isn't buying it. To him, Crawford isn't chasing greatness, he's chasing a payday. Let's be honest, the fight with Canelo feels more like a money grab tied to Saudi retirement funds than a true pursuit of legacy. If Crawford really cared about his legacy, why not move up to 168 first and prove himself there? Skipping straight to Canelo sends the message that it's more about cash than legacy.
He's going to be a great fighter.
He's calling for Tank. Now,
he beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
Keyshawn Davis beats Tank in my...
But Crawford wasn't finished throwing punches, and this time, he went for a deep, personal low blow. In a heated exchange, he hit Tank with *Danta. Look, I got bigger fish to fry. Grow some balls and fight Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, and stop being scared. That's probably why you ran your girl over and beat her ass. Because you don't have any nuts and she knows it.
Davis Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds, he's not bad.
Yeah,
Keyshawn.
This wasn't just a call out, it was a full-on attack. Crawford dragged Tank's past personal issues into the mix, turning the boxing beef into something far more volatile. If Crawford thought this would shame Tank into accepting a fight, he clearly underestimated him. Instead of backing down, this move only escalated things, throwing gasoline on an already blazing fire. Crawford's personal jabs seemed more likely to intensify the rivalry than convince Tank to step into the ring.
I mean, you gotta ask him those type questions. Like, at this point, like, y'all can't ask me those questions. I'm not in a position to send him a contract. I'm not in a position to be like, yo, I'm fighting him this year. I'm not in that position yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop asking me those questions. All respect, you know what I'm saying?
No, you good.
And for every interviewer that's gonna watch this, don't ask me that question no more. Ask him that question.
Crawford's frustration may also stem from his disappointing pay-per-view numbers. His last fight against Israel Medov reportedly garnered just 75,000 to 100,000 buys. Abysmal figures for someone who's considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Unlike Tank, Crawford has never been a PPV draw. Tank's name alone ensures big buys and packed arenas, but Crawford hasn't managed to capture that same kind of mainstream attention. As for the idea of Tank fighting Shakur Stevenson, don't hold your breath. Shakur may be undefeated, but he's hardly a fan favorite. He's been called boring more times than anyone can count. Gervonta, on the other hand, is a showman. He brings the fireworks, the knockout power, and the personality. Shakur is the type of fighter that casual fans might zone out watching. From a promotional standpoint, Tank would be carrying the entire fight. Why would he take on a challenge where he does all the heavy lifting? Eddie Hearn seems to think he can turn Shakur into a global sensation, but that's wishful thinking. Maybe Shakur could become a star in the UK, but in the US, where entertainment standards are off the charts, he's unlikely to make much of an impact. In America, it's not just about talent.
The one that can crack their Gervonta code?
Gervonta can be beat easily, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, we hear you say he could be beat easily. Why?
Yeah, he could be beat easily because he's just a base.
You need charisma, excitement, and that elusive it factor. Shakur simply doesn't have it, and Hearn's track record of hyping fighters who eventually fall flat doesn't inspire much confidence.
He act like he couldn't get a lot of people in the ring, right? Why didn't he try to get an Edwin De Los Santos? Why wouldn't that be the fight that you want? Since you want to talk bad about me, fight somebody that I fought. Go ahead. And you talk bad about my performance during it, so go out.
Boxing in the US is a whole different beast. Take a look at some of the UK's biggest stars: Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Conor Benn.
How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing,
and Chris Eubank Jr., while they're household names across the pond, they wouldn't have the same star power in the States. In the US, it takes a unique blend of talent and showmanship to truly break through, and Tank has both in spades. At the end of the day, Crawford's jabs at Tank Davis are just that, jabs. He's trying to stir the pot, but Tank isn't playing Crawford's game.
It was fun, I ain't gonna lie, because I like a dude that ain't scared of me too, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas be scared, I ain't sugarcoat, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be scared in there, you feel me? That's why I love sparring.
Tank knows his worth, and he's not about to help Crawford's friends build their names off his. If Crawford really wants to make waves, he should focus on his own fights instead of trying to drag Tank into this circle of proteges. Whether it's about legacy, paydays, or pride, this feud between Crawford and Tank is only intensifying. But if Crawford's strategy is to shame Tank into a fight, he might want to rethink it. Tank isn't scared, he's just smart. Until Crawford's camp proves they're worthy of stepping into the ring with a star like Tank, all the trash talk in the world won't make it happen. Now, let's lay everything out. Keyshawn Davis's fourth-round knockout of Dennis Baroni on Valentine's Day sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Not only did the victory solidify his position